Long ago, God had a special plan. He wanted to help his people, the Israelites. They were having a hard time. Their enemies, the Philistines, were very mean to them. God decided to send a very strong man. This man would help protect the Israelites. He would show them God's power. This strong man was named Samson. His birth was a miracle, told by an angel. He was special from the very start of his life. Samson was not like other men. He had a secret gift from God. This gift was amazing strength. No one was as strong as Samson. He could do things that seemed impossible. His muscles were powerful, but his real strength came from God. God gave him this power for a big reason. Samson was a Nazirite, a person set apart for God. He promised God he would not cut his hair. His long hair was a sign of his promise and his strength. Samson grew up, and his strength grew too. People were amazed by what he could do. He knew his strength was from God. He was meant to use it to help others. The Israelites looked to him for hope. They knew Samson could fight their enemies. He was their champion, sent by the Lord. His life was going to be full of adventures. He would face many dangers. But God was with him, giving him power. His parents taught him about God. They reminded him of his special promise. Samson understood he was different. He had a big job to do for his people. He needed to be brave and listen to God. His strength was not just for showing off. It was for serving God and protecting Israel. Everyone waited to see what Samson would do. They knew God had great plans for him and his mighty power. This was just the beginning of his story. One day, Samson was walking. A fierce young lion roared at him. Samson was not afraid. The Spirit of the Lord came upon him. He grabbed the lion with his bare hands. He tore the lion apart just like that. He had no weapon, only God's strength. This showed everyone how powerful Samson was. He knew God was helping him. This was one of his first big acts of strength. He was ready to face bigger challenges. Later, the Philistines were troubling his people. Samson wanted to fight them. He found a strange weapon. It was the fresh jawbone of a donkey. With this jawbone, Samson fought many Philistines. He struck down 1,000 men. God gave him so much power. He saved his people from their enemies that day. The Israelites cheered for Samson. He was their hero, strong and brave. He used his gift to protect them. Samson did many amazing things. He once caught 300 foxes. He tied torches to their tails. Then he let them run into the Philistines' fields. The fields of grain caught fire. This was a big blow to the enemies. Samson was clever and strong. He found many ways to fight for Israel. God was always there to give him the strength he needed. He was a judge for Israel for 20 years. Another time, the Philistines trapped Samson in a city. They locked the city gates. They thought they had him. But in the middle of the night, Samson woke up. He went to the city gates. He pulled the gates right out of the ground. He carried the heavy gates on his shoulders. He walked a long way to the top of a hill. The Philistines were shocked. Samson had escaped again because God made him strong. Samson was very strong, but he was not always wise. He sometimes made bad choices. He fell in love with a woman named Delilah. Delilah was tricky. The Philistine leaders came to her. They offered her a lot of money. They wanted her to find out Samson's secret. Find out why he is so strong, they said. Delilah promised to help them. She wanted the silver they offered. Delilah asked Samson again and again. Please tell me your secret, she begged. How can you be tied up? Samson tricked her 3 times. He did not tell her the real secret, but Delilah kept asking. She cried and pestered him every day. Samson grew tired of her questions. He felt very weary of her pleas. He wanted to make her happy, even if it was wrong. This was a very big mistake. Finally, Samson told Delilah his secret. He said, "My hair has never been cut. I am a Nazirite, special to God. If my hair is cut, I will lose my strength. I will become weak like any other man." Delilah knew he told the truth this time. She made Samson fall asleep on her lap. Then she called a man to shave off his 7 locks of hair. Samson's strength left him right away. When Samson woke up, he did not know his strength was gone. The Philistines rushed in to capture him. He tried to fight, but he was weak. God had left him because he broke his promise. The Philistines seized him. They poked out his eyes and made him blind. They took him to their city. They made him grind grain in prison. Samson was a prisoner, weak and alone. His bad choices led to terrible sadness. In the dark prison, Samson had time to think. He was sad about his mistakes. He knew he had disobeyed God. He had trusted Delilah more than God's guidance. But Samson started to pray. He asked God for forgiveness. His hair began to grow again, little by little. As his hair grew, perhaps his hope grew too. He knew that God was merciful. He remembered God's love for his people. One day, the Philistines had a big party. They were praising their false god, Dagon. They said their god gave them Samson. They brought Samson out to make fun of him. He was blind and weak, or so they thought. Samson asked a servant to lead him. He wanted to lean against the pillars. These pillars held up the big temple. Many Philistines were inside the temple. There were thousands of them. Samson prayed a final prayer to God. He said, "Sovereign Lord, remember me. Please, God, strengthen me just once more." He wanted to punish the Philistines for his 2 eyes. He put his hands on the 2 main pillars. He pushed with all his might. God gave him back his strength for one last time. The temple crashed down. It fell on the rulers and all the people inside. Samson died that day, but he defeated many enemies. He showed that true strength comes from God. It is not just about muscles, it is about faith and listening to God. Samson's life teaches us important lessons. We should use our gifts wisely. We must try to make good choices. And even when we make mistakes, God can forgive us. We can always turn back to Him and find real strength in His love and guidance.